We're back. You thought we were gone, didn't you?
Nope.
Can't get rid of us that easy.
No.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Vets with Vendettas. I am your host, Lee Wiggins. And to my right, as always, the man who thinks showering is for quitters, Charles Dukes.
You damn right.
Quitters. And the man who just had kids just so we can watch Disney movies, Ben Cornish.
Dude, Disney is the devil.
It is.
How are we guys doing? Well, you haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, Disney is the devil.
It is the devil. Oh, but we didn't get into that. We
You know what sucks is the new Mandalorian season came out, and I was like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't support Disney.
I sit there and talk to my teenagers about it. They're like, "Dad, why don't you like Disney?" And I'm like, "Man, it's like if I even get started on it, I'm going to be here for a day and a half." I'm like, I just don't.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, this is going to
leave it at that.
Episode 12A. As before, we're going to try to get, clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not going to mention names, but some people can't watch their mouth.
It's me.
My nose is in the way.
So if you've been living under a Mars or under a rock, the big news today we're going to talk about is the election and the election fraud that's going on.
Yes.
Which apparently the news thinks it's not, and it's a big conspiracy, even though there's thousands of people coming forward saying there is.
Dude, it's like
Dude, all I've got to say.
Go ahead.
Million MAGA March.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder how many people were really there.
Sorry.
I don't think a million.
No, I'd say like a couple 100,000 at least.
I bet you it was close, man. Within like that weekend, because it was going on for a few days, and all the aerial shots. I mean, dude, you're talking about the majority of downtown Washington D.C. streets, side to side, front to back, packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were jammed in there. Oh,
so I mean,
and the news was trying to discredit. They were like blocks away, and there was like maybe a couple of people walking around like, yeah, this is the Trump rally. They're like,
don't you hear the chants?
Why don't you go a few blocks the other way? You'll find like 100,000 people. Yeah. They're so pathetic, man.
It truly is at this point, man. Like, because we haven't spoken to our listeners since the election. No. Our last video was our predictions and all other stuff. But man, like, what is going on right now is like I've been saying the same line since we started recording the show, and I feel like I'm in a twilight zone.
Yeah,
it's like it's not real. You look at
it really feels like we're living in a movie.
You look at CNN. You look at all the early shows on Fox, and everybody's just like, Trump lost. Get over it.
Really
blah,
quick.
blah, blah. Trump dead. He's lost. You brought up Whoopi Goldberg before the show.
Yeah.
Like, deal with it. I wish I knew.
And The Rock cried, apparently. Tears of joy.
Oh, my God, dude.
he cried pebbles.
Dude, this is the thing.
Bomb the F out of that. But I'm going to let it go.
This is the thing, though, okay? Anybody who even took a quarter of a red pill, okay?
Yes.
Knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Mainstream media, social media networks, okay, YouTube, Facebook, all of them, okay, are automatically claiming Biden is the winner. But guess what? There are numerous states, there are numerous Supreme Court cases that haven't even friggin' hit the floor yet.
No.
All right. Not to mention, Trump is not going to concede. Folks.
No.
Plain and simple.
No. I want to go back to the election night where I was watching with the wife. I think I stepped like 3:30 in the morning. I was like, you know what? It's we're not going to find out till weeks from now. Anyway, when they said that, all of a sudden I think Trump was up like 300,000 on I forget what state it was. I think it was Wisconsin or Michigan, one of those two. All of a sudden he's down by like 40,000.
Yeah.
They did a dump. I'm like, and they're all for Biden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the next day I'm arguing with people like, oh, well, they're all just blue states. That's why I was all for Biden. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's mathematically impossible that can happen.
Yes.
Try flipping a coin 138,000 times and tell me if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Heads on
and
the
it
same
was
time.
and it was chalked up to a software glitch.
Oh yeah,
No, that was a software program.
Right. They originally the first one they said it was a typo.
Right.
Right. And then there's like, oh, it's a glitch.
Right.
Give me a break, dude.
My thing is, I've told you guys this. From election night, I want to say around 9 p.m. I realized what was happening then, because and not even then, not even before the glitches and all that, just simply looking at numbers, it didn't make sense to me.
No.
When you look at this election from a pure enthusiasm standpoint, to me, I'm like, there's no way it's even this close. There's no way it's this close.
Mm-hmm.
And so from like 9 p.m. on election night, pretty much till now, I have not watched anything but Tucker Carlson. I watch him at night. The late Fox stuff that's not crazy liberal and retarded. But even then, I think I've watched Tucker like twice. But other than that, I have not. The only way I'm getting my information as far as what's happening with the election is Facebook or word of mouth, and then I go confirm
I watch
or something like that.
Newsmax now and OAN, of course. I've been sticking with them.
OAN, baby.
And it's just like, to me, it's insanity that, like, one, the media called the race. That's the first.
Y'all can't do that.
And then you got Biden with this stupid little sign behind him on the podium. It's like, office of the president-elect. I'm like, what is that?
By the way,
it doesn't exist.
It does not exist, people. That is not a real office.
I'm like,
he's playing house.
Yeah, I made a Facebook post and I was like,
grasping straws, man.
I said, every time I see Joe Biden speak in front of that sign that says office of the president-elect, I think that's so cute, because I used to play house too when I was a kid. This is my dream car, and this is my dream house.
And by the way, him talking to foreign dignitaries, that's illegal. He can't do that. He's going to get in a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah.
Yup.
And they're so pathetic. Like, Joe Biden needs access to the White House. Basically, they're like, Joe Biden needs access to this top secret stuff. And I'm like, that is the last thing Joe Biden needs. And two, like, he will never get it. It's like that commercial. Oh, you almost had it with the fishing pole.
Yeah.
Like, Joe Biden, mark my words, will never, ever be president. Ever.
Look, plain and simple, okay? This election is going to be, or at least it should be, called null and void, simply because
it will.
All right. Based on our constitutional republic, we are supposed to have a free and fair election take place. Okay. How are we supposed to do that when the mainstream media, the tech giants, okay, Google,
Silicon Valley,
all of them, okay, blocking a lot of the news that we are supposed to be privy to?
Yes.
Okay, I don't care if you don't like Trump or not. It's not your job to tell us what you like. Your job is to give us the facts and let us come up with our own opinion.
Exactly.
So in that aspect right there, it should be done.
Sorry. You need a round of applause. That was well said, Ben.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Like I said, Twilight Zone, man. Before the election, throughout the election day, to this point, it's insane.
Well, you know why I'm smiling, and all of us really want to smile because we all knew this was coming. But we didn't know the degree and the massive fraud that was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen because, the so-called Mr. 17 told us.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, look it up.
Yeah.
Who 17 is. I had no idea the massive fraud that was going to happen like that. I had no idea.
Go ahead, Ben.
No, you go.
So here's my thing. This is what I've been telling people too. Here's what I do not understand about all of this. Since Trump won the presidency in 2016, that we'll just say, to be fair, within the year to 2017, they already had this plan to steal this election.
Oh yeah.
This whole Dominion, this whole Centra, this was all in the works then. What I do not understand is, you had 3 years to plan this cheat, and you still fudged it up so bad. Like you relied on human beings, basically.
Most of it. Well, I just read that the Dominion algorithm wasn't anticipating the amount of voters he was going to get, so it kind of overcalculated.
So that's when it glitched. It glitched out.
Yeah,
like it basically ruined the software.
Dumbasses.
All right, look. These people, man, I want to scream right now. These people, man, Trump saw this coming. Yes. All right. He saw it coming and he took the proper precautions.
Yes.
All right. What was that one? The executive order in
September 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically against foreign interference in an election.
And you guys want to read up to the people that don't familiar with that? Somebody? I don't have it in front of me.
I still haven't pulled up. No, I don't.
And before you get started, Trump's been screaming about voter fraud for years. Even he retweeted something back in 2012 about voter fraud. I don't know if you saw that, but he retweeted it a few days ago.
No, I didn't know, but
he retweeted something about voter fraud.
Yeah,
about ballots, mail-in ballots.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of you folks saw it at home, but I saw it, and I could send it to you.
I mean, when you look at people that have been dead for 200 years were voting,
right?
They had a guy on Fox who was a registered voter in like Arizona, and somehow he voted in Arizona, but he lives in like Texas now, and he was on the show. Like, I don't know who cast my vote.
People from Arizona, people in the Titanic that died apparently voted.
I mean, like all kinds of people.
Well, not just that, but you got
Michael Jackson Thriller, the whole everybody dancing was like, I voted.
But it's like not just that, but you have 200 to like 300% of registered voters.
Right. You're getting more votes than registered voters in some of these I'm just like,
it doesn't add up.
Like when whoever planned this, which is probably like George Soros and Hillary Clinton and probably a handful of other morons. I just don't understand like how you thought this was going to work.
Well, that's what they figured, we'll push him through. The media will push him through. Like everyone's going to call him the president and they'll just give up. Like, okay, he's the president. And that'll be it.
No, not going to happen. As you just saw with the Million MAGA March.
The executive order entitled Executive Order on Imposing Certain Sanctions in the Event of Foreign Interference in a United States Election.
Yeah.
It basically goes through and just says, look, man, if there's any foreign interference or foreign interference in our election, that person's going to get caught up, man.
Yeah, and their assets. Basically, I read it, and I think that's the majority of it. Their assets will be seized.
Right.
They won't be allowed to get donations. Their money, sending money, receiving money, will all be ceased and stopped. And so
that's why the media is going to be going down, because they're part of it.
My thing is this though, like if you're one of these people, if you're one of these morons who had this plan, does the orange man make you so that angry that you're just like, I will do whatever it takes. I will spend the rest of my life in prison if I get caught. I will lose everything I built my entire life just to vote this man out.
Well, that's the thing.
They're going to be I'm sorry, Lee.
No, that's okay. Well, that's the thing. They have to do what they can because they know the other crimes they've committed.
That is true.
Exactly.
They're basically going to be dead. Like there is no jail. They're going to be treason. They're dead.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing whatever they can.
That is true.
And if you guys are not familiar with what I'm talking about, it's coming in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There ain't no coming soon. It's coming in a couple of weeks. It's hammer's dropping.
Yeah.
All of these stories that people keep hearing about adrenochrome, about an elite pedophile ring, about
human
foreign
trafficking,
interference. Okay.
Underground military
Joe Biden
bases
is now being brought up on felony charges in Ukraine, folks.
I saw that.
Yep.
Because he fired the guy that he admitted on camera that he fired. Like, how stupid are these people?
And they were laughing about it.
And son of a bitch, he was fired. I mean, like, what are you, stupid?
The name Quid Pro Quo
He
Joe
thought he was untouchable.
is not just a name, folks.
Dude, and then the whole thing with Hillary and Obama with Benghazi. Oh my God!
I don't know if you saw
that was a complete
like
crap shoot.
Obama and Big Mike, Michelle Obama. That's what they call her, Big Mike.
Adam's apple.
You can tell like they're panicking. They're doing whatever and saying whatever they can to. I don't know what they think is going to happen. They're screaming on 60 Minutes saying, "Oh, Trump needs to get out now." Like, yeah, that's not going to happen because you said so.
Yeah, the more you scream, the more it draws attention from the red pill people. Like,
yeah, they're just laughing at you.
The reason why they want him out though is because they know they are guilty of
God.
They know they're going to jail and they're hanging.
190,000 sealed indictments.
Oh, and someone mentioned this on Twitter, and actually a guy I follow said this. He goes, "We should bring back public hangings for these people."
Oh, dude,
because
I love it.
And their reasoning was great to me, because you need to show people, kids even, that if you do something like this, this is what's going to happen to you.
Yep.
It'll never happen again.
No.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, like,
I hate to be cruel, but these people deserve it.
Oh, for sure. Like I said last episode, I've never loved this country more than I do right now. And that, to me, that's like the cherry on top, man. These people are publicly executed because we've built this country, man. Like, we are where we are through all the, ups and downs or whatever, but you cannot deny this is not the greatest country on the planet.
There's no country greater.
And
why
for them
do you think
to
we have
sabotage it or try to?
What
you're a
country?
globalist.
What other country can you throw a rock and hit any kind of fast food restaurant you want?
Well, no, and it's not even that though. It's the fact of the matter that somebody can come here with nothing. And build a life for themselves and for their families, man. Go ask an immigrant why they came here. Okay, go ask them if they were better.
Get away from communism.
Where they were. Exactly.
A lot of them, yeah.
Exactly. So when they sit there and they see these people, shooting off words like socialism and communism and Marxist and all that, dude, it scares the piss out of them because they've lived it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear.
Yeah, and so I mean to get back to basically the election and where we are at now. I mean, Sidney Powell, is her name?
Sidney Powell, one of the lawyers, yeah.
Sidney Powell, the woman.
Love her.
Giuliani. Oh yeah, she's a monster.
Great woman.
Giuliani. I mean, she's kind of like Trump in the sense that she's not going to bring something up. She's not going to bring something up unless she has proof.
That's what she said. Too.
And so these people are like, well, how are you going to prove this? And she basically was just like, don't worry, like,
it's coming.
She's like, this evidence is coming in like it's a fire hose.
because you don't tell your enemy your plan of attack before you do it.
Right.
Well, a lot of it too is like they're still going through the courts too. It's not like because they can't give all the information and then go to the courts. That's not how it works. That's not how long. It's just not the way it is. I tell people like they're getting impatient. Like they need to go. It needs to go to the Supreme Court because that's where it's going to go.
Right.
Because all these, state level Supreme Courts are going to poo everything because they're all Democrats.
Of course.
So it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and I'm just guessing, probably with around anywhere from December 5th to December 13th, which is where they have to certify the states, is probably where all the shit's going to hit the fan. You're going to see all the riots. You're going to see all the arrests. And you're going to wish you had a gun if you don't have one. Especially if you live close to the city, any kind of city.
Yeah. Dude, I'm 30 minutes from Rochester, man.
You're fine. You just have to worry about those killer cows out there. You milk me, mother effer.
I got about a year's worth of food packed.
All the MREs?
Freeze dried MREs, man. I'm ready to go.
I just bought a big pack of those noodles. There's a microwave noodles, the Roman noodles. Oh, yeah. That's my backup plan.
Dude, they last forever, man.
Yeah, they do.
I'm just gonna eat my own.
I'm sorry, I laid my train of thought on what I was gonna say next, but
look, this is the fact of the matter. All right. First and foremost, a concession to concede the presidency is not.
We're good.
It's not in the Constitution. It is it's a form of common courtesy. the fact of the matter is, as long as Trump does not concede, okay, it's going to go to the Supreme Court. If by some crazy reason it doesn't get squashed in the Supreme Court, which I fully, I'm predicting that it will.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the amount of evidence that they have.
I hope so, but there is corrupt judges everywhere, so you just never know.
Right. I don't know.
That's what makes me nervous.
That black justice that got grilled.
Oh, well,
Biden,
him and
that dude's got revenge on his mind. But go ahead, Dave, I'm sorry.
But that's where Amy Coney Barrett came in.
Oh, for sure.
But
that is why she is so important right now.
Yeah, but that's two judges I know for sure are going to vote for Trump. But what about the other ones? You know what I mean? They could be compromised. You just never know.
But this is the thing. Even if it doesn't pass there, it'll wind up going. It'll wind up going to the House,
right? Which he will have because there's majority of House. Because it's one per state, not the House
it's
majority.
One vote per state instead of 200 and God knows
how many.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Nancy Pelosi, if this were 3 episodes ago, I would tell you what to do with yourself. But I have found peace.
Wait a minute. Did you say Nancy Pelosi?
Have some respect for Nancy Pelosi.
Ooh, got scared.
She is now the speaker of the Joe Biden presidency.
You know what I found out? And I got to look this up when I found out, because it was in a video, that Gavin Newsom is her nephew.
Oh my God, yes. You didn't know that?
No.
I thought I brought that up like 3 episodes ago.
No, and the crazy thing was,
you knew that.
Someone was showing the election information of when he ran, and at 7% in the primary, or I guess, every 2 years, so in 2 more years, we'll be voting for senators and all that other stuff. So not a presidential election year, but a congressional
midterms.
Yeah, midterm. They showed this screen that had the guy who was beating Newsom by like some percentage. Only 7% of the ballots were cast. This dude had I want to say a 10,000 vote lead, and they called the race for Gavin Newsom.
Oh my God.
I saw the screenshot of it and I was like,
sounds very familiar, don't it?
Dominion voting involved in that? I mean,
dude, that's just like New York State, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole state could vote freaking red, but it's not going to go that way.
Even Sidney Powell even said, I don't know if you guys saw, but she said that you'll find that maybe even back in 2016 that was rigged. The Canadian elections, the Venezuela elections.
I know the Canadian one was rigged. Justin Trudeau, he's a real piece of.
Yeah, he's a sellout, man.
He's a pedophile.
Right. And we've been trying to tell people, not just on here, but just on the internet, our families who are friends, whoever, like, there's a great reset and there's a new world order. Everyone's, that's a conspiracy. You're crazy.
Right. Lightfoot's come out and said it.
I was just going to, he took what I was going to say. Lightfoot literally just came out and said, we're going to comply with the new world order.
Yeah.
If that's not proof, I don't know what is.
She said it.
Trudeau, he was kind of, he
said it. Yep.
He didn't exactly say those words, but that's what he implied.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, you people are.
Yeah, if people are not woken up by any of this, I'm sorry, you're gone. You're totally asleep.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going to wake you up. I really don't.
Yeah, since this election, dude, I love this because I don't have to be censored on my own Facebook page, and I'm not going to. Because here's what I've done: every person I've seen post anything that congratulated Joe Biden or anything along those lines of Trump, your time's up, get out, blah, anything anti-Trump. I should have took a picture. I'll take a picture and I will post it probably when I edit the video of all the people, every single person on my friends list that I'm going to destroy when this turns and Trump is announced.
Come on, Diggs, be the bigger man.
I will not.
I'm not taking no high road.
I will not be the bigger man this time.
No.
I will not. I'm not taking the high road. I'm taking the low road.
just this one time.
And I am going to go on the most biblical rant ever. And I hope that some of them possibly even try to commit suicide.
I wouldn't go that far. I just want them to get so pissed they block me.
Like
that's my goal. Is them to block me.
Is like minimum for me. Look, I want some of them to try and fight me. Is what I want.
I want them to keep their words and leave the country.
Yeah. For most people.
I want.
They're not going to leave the country.
No, but
maybe some rich people will go, but that's it.
No, they won't because they don't have it. This is the best place they can be.
Yeah.
I made my list, man. As a matter of fact,
like AOC made her list.
No, I made a list.
Crap,
oh my God. There's a list. My daughter the other day, I was because I got a new boat, and so what I was doing, what I wanted to do, because I got this huge dry erase board. What I was trying to do was draw my electrical schematic for the way I want the boat to be. So it was, having switches here and then big circuit breakers and all this, and how, where the bus bars were going to be. So I wanted to visualize it all so that I could see what parts I was going to need and all this other and this and that. I mean, to a T. I've got everything written out for my electrical plan on my boat. And so I was about to do it on the dry erase board, and my daughter and her friend were over there, and they were like, oh, well, we want to use it to draw stupid things or whatever. And so I was like, all right, cool. So I go get the little spray to clean it off, and I cleaned off the whole, like, 3/4 of the side. And I left my list in the bottom left-hand corner. And my daughter started spraying above it because she's like only in 2nd grade, but we're going over like multiplication tables.
Right.
Which our teacher was like, that's crazy. And I was like, she wants to do them. I'm not forced. I thought you guys were doing them. She just wants to do them. I don't know. And the liquid started running over the names. And I grabbed a paper towel immediately and I severed off the little, and I wiped above, and I was like, do not touch this list.
Look at it.
Because it's going down. It is going down when Trump is nominated president 2020.
Yep.
It's going down. I'm not kidding. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's going to be epic.
It's going to be a nice Christmas present. Early Christmas present.
Yes, it will.
And for other people, it's going to be a disaster.
And I'm going to name all of them. I'm going to tag every single one of them. I'm going to tag every single one of them in the video. And
this is going to be a mega. You think the first election was a meltdown? Wait to see the reactions that's going to happen after.
And you know why?
My God.
And you know why?
I'm laughing and then terrified at the same time.
You said it before the show. They've already celebrated like a bunch of
idiots. They're dancing at gas stations in the middle of the street.
Well, and this is
people
the thing that
crying.
Kills me, all right? This is the thing that kills me. Is that if they hadn't spent the last 3.5 years trying to turn over the 2016 election, they may have actually been able to get away with voter fraud. But the problem is they spent everything they had over the last 3.5 years trying to get him out.
Yep.
So now this is their last Hail Mary freaking pass.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they were sloppy as hell.
Yeah. I mean, you basically have been showing your cards since he got elected.
Yeah.
The media, the way they treat him, the questions they ask him, everything has led to this moment right here.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And you basically told us your plan years ago. When you with a fake dossier.
Yep.
That is
PP hoax.
That is
man.
Again,
there's so many other things that they've tried.
You don't tell your enemy your plan before you do it.
And that's why I'm like, a lot of people are going to be super butthurt, especially the ones I tag in this video, because nothing stings more than you, or watch any sport. Just go on YouTube and write, celebrated too soon compilations. Nothing hurts more than when you celebrate too early and then you look like a complete jackass.
Yup.
So all these people, the thousands of people that are in New York City, like, whoa, Biden.
Yeah, and I forget the guy's name. He was a CNN correspondent or MSNBC.
Oh my God, the black dude.
Black dude. He's like,
oh my God.
I'm like, really, dude?
Somebody give this dude
when
an
he was
award.
talking to Chris Cuomo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great day to be a parent. And you don't have to be afraid to be Muslim anymore. And you don't have to be shut up, dude. You look so stupid. You weren't even really crying.
No.
It's
a joke, man.
That's why I got my hat on.
Jumper.
Can you see it clear? Hold on. Let me make sure they can see it.
Right there, baby.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yes. Yeah. But
you guys got anything else? Or, trying to keep it, half hour, 40 minutes of
that's right. We actually literally just hit 30 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. How about the fact that these companies that ran the voting software aren't even American companies, man. They ran out of Spain and Germany.
And all the Dominion people, their LinkedIn accounts are disappearing. Their headquarters disappeared. They're running.
I'm glad you brought that up. I literally just saw. I should have sourced it. I just literally saw it before we started, so I couldn't write it down. But apparently, Sidney Powell reported that a lot of the Dominion executives, they're abandoning their buildings and offices. Just completely gone. They're empty.
Yeah.
They're running. Yeah, they gone. If that's not guilt, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
but where are they? But that's the thing,
Hey, Largo,
how is that not? Oh, excuse me. How is that not exactly what Donald Trump set forth in 2018? His executive order.
Yeah.
Basically saying, look, man, any foreign entities get in this election, dude.
Either he's the smartest man alive or he's got a time machine.
Yeah, exactly.
I say, look,
I could go with the former.
I can't, some part of there's some parts of me where I can't knock them for trying this way. It was a brilliant
choice.
It was a brilliant it wasn't brilliant. I won't even give him that credit. It was a good idea. But
the theory was sound, but the execution.
But what you fail to realize is like
A for effort.
One, you could have your computer software system glitch and flip votes or whatever. But what you can't do is stop human beings from seeing things with their own eyes.
And you can't block people out from seeing stuff and then with cameras everywhere and go, oh yeah, we didn't block anybody, but there's video. And my freaking sister's trying to argue and like, oh, they didn't block them. There's video of them going, hey, we're not letting you in. Or that must be edited.
Let them in, they're like, oh, you got to be 50 yards away. Like,
no,
I'm supposed to see.
They were giving people binoculars to see
6 feet. Unreal, man.
I'm like,
come on, man.
I mean, it was a good try, I guess.
You think I'm laughing now?
I wouldn't even call it a good try.
It was a decent try. It was a try. It was a try. It was a try. But one, there's too many variables. Okay, way too many variables. I mean, the whole system would, like you said, would have worked perfectly if you weren't trying to get rid of Trump for the last 4 years, and then just boom, all of a sudden, it'd still be kind of fishy because once again, you cannot deny enthusiasm. If somebody posted Trump's Twitter account followers versus Biden's, it wasn't even close.
It was like 88 million.
Trump's Instagram
or something like that
to Biden's wasn't even close. Trump's Facebook to Biden, it wasn't even close. It's just not. Nobody voted for this man. Nobody voted for this man.
Yeah, a little bit. Just the idiots.
Yeah.
Just the idiots.
The number of people that voted for Joe Biden, I could fit in the back of an 18-wheeler. Probably stacked 7 high. It's about it.
To be fair.
Yeah. We said the red wave was coming. The red wave did come.
Yes,
they just...
You know what the blue wave was?
They tried blocking it.
It was like
that's
an
all.
eye drop. Ow! It's an eye drop.
One county in the U.S. And coincidentally, it was called Biden County.
And they had to cheat to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And I guarantee after just from all the data Sidney Powell leaks and the lawyers leaking, he's probably won maybe 48, 49 states.
Yes.
Dude, they were saying the estimated 400 delegates.
And I won't be surprised if he won California.
Me either.
The way, the fraud's been going over there.
Well, when at the beginning of the night, he was ahead.
Well, no, in California, they called California with it an hour after their polls closed. How fast can you count?
Right.
How many million? Like 20-something million. Jesus.
It was the same with Pennsylvania, dude. Pennsylvania stopped counting at like 9 o'clock.
It wasn't just them. It was all the ones that they're fighting.
What
right
I was going to say,
the ones stopped at the same time.
When I said it was a decent try, is getting back to that is all the mail-in ballots that you. So you basically think about this in a time frame perspective, right? Trump is absolutely murdering the economy. I mean, like, we are booming, and I know because I'm an electrician, and there's stuff being built everywhere right now. The economy's booming. Right when he went to whatever that meeting was, there was a bunch of globalists, and Trump was basically like, suck it! Not going to be a part of you, globalist society. What happens a month later? Coronavirus. Right? Now, coronavirus hits, and now they're like, it's all a brilliant part of your plan. Like, we got to bring in some sort of fake pandemic in order for people to not vote, because the only way we can steal this election is by mail-in ballots.
Yep.
That's the only way, because like in-person voting, you're destroyed.
Yep.
And so,
folks,
when
don't
you look
doubt
at
it.
Nice try.
Just a bit outside.
But there are American patriots like myself, like Lee, like Ben.
They try, like Fauci threw that when Fauci threw that ball. Baseball. That's how it tried. That's
Fauci threw a ball. Hit Nancy Pelosi.
This has been planned since 2016.
For sure.
Okay? This has been planned since November 4th, 2016.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
When Fauci came out in 2017 and said that this administration is going to have to deal with a worldwide pandemic.
A surprise.
I didn't know he was Miss Cleo.
That's what I'm saying.
Call me now for your free reading. Come on, man.
You know, and on top of that, it was one thing after another. It was Russia hoax, the Mueller report, the Steele
Stormy
dossier,
Daniels, and
it
was some other
everything else. And it's like, dude, nothing stuck.
Nothing. It was all bullshit.
Your pasta
crap.
was not cooked.
No.
That's a cook joke.
Yeah, I got it. And now what you've done is you've poked the bear with a big stick.
And it's not Yogi.
And he is about to unleash a biblical,
maybe Yogi on rabies,
a biblical reprisal in which to the likes you've never seen.
Oh, gloves are coming off, man.
It is literally going to turn our country upside down.
Yes.
But it needs to. I mean, things need to change. The government needs to change. It needs to get smaller. Corruption needs to be gone. It needs to be gone. And it will.
From government to entertainment to education.
Term limits have got to be set in place. There's no way you can be a career politician.
No.
Even a freaking mayor, dude. Even a mayor.
Yeah. Get him out. Get him out.
Every single part of any local or state federal government.
You had your chance.
And they should change it from, Republican, Democrat. They should just say Trumplican.
Yeah.
I'm a Trumplican.
I'm a Trumplican or anything else.
Trumplican.
Man. How about we
Republican,
get rid of political
Trumplican.
parties and start working for the betterment of humans?
Yeah. I mean,
that's an idea.
I don't know who I was
Nice
telling
idea.
today. Even the people who were happy that are on my list, basically everybody that's on my list.
Hit list.
Basically, let me think how he's going. There's probably like 12 people on this list. Everybody that's on my list.
Bye.
It's Diggs's list.
Yeah. Everybody that's on this list. And the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people else in the United States who are happy that Biden won. What are you happy about?
Really?
Is what I don't understand.
They're happy the Trump's not in. That's the only thing they're happy about.
We're talking like 400% freaking tax hikes and stuff.
Dude,
people, come on, man.
He's already talking about lockdowns. Like, one, shut up, because you're not even president. So why are you even talking?
He's going to come take our guns?
Yeah,
I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah, good luck with that.
What are you happy about? Having your rights stripped from you one by one until you're just this drooling idiot who's just like,
there's a lot of people in this country that want socialism because they're lazy.
Yeah, they don't want to have to work.
It's a very small percentage, but there's some
they
people out
want,
there.
exactly. They want the government
the boot to ass.
Give them everything.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, they don't seem to realize that, like you said before, it's like you're an evil level playing field, but it's poverty level.
Right. I think NASA should somehow create a slingshot that shoots these people to countries that have communism.
How about we give liberals the moon? You can live on the space station
there you go. There you
or
go.
Mars. That's where you belong.
And we'll give you a 30-day supply of water.
Idiots.
And whoever makes it,
because you're right. You have no rational thinking whatsoever. You really don't.
You really think that socialism and communism is that good, dude? Go try and live it for 1 year. That's it. Just
go to
1 year.
Cuba.
Go to
They
Venezuela.
couldn't last 2 weeks. You kidding me?
go to Cuba, go to Venezuela, go to
Detroit. I mean, wait, I did that joke already.
Where's that? No, where's Lightfoot? Yeah, Lightfoot is out there in Michigan, isn't she? Lightfoot? What is she?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Close. I mean,
Illinois.
I'll be.
On a different side of the lakes, but
Whatever.
She's another global.
California, Michigan,
God.
same difference.
She's like Beetlejuice wrapped in burnt toast.
Look, instead of being,
Beetlejuice.
Lightfoot shows up.
instead of globalists, we need humanists.
Yes.
Plain and simple. All right. Globalists
Hashtag humanist.
globalists
TM.
want to increase their power. They want to increase their money. They want to increase their status. Selfishly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
I was thinking about that earlier. I was ordering on my boat earlier, and I was just like, these people that are about to go down, you've got to be thinking to yourself, just because I was a greedy bastard.
And that's all it is. Greed.
Just because I was a greedy bastard, I let this completely destroy my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm a greedy bastard. That's it.
It's either that or they're being blackmailed.
True.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
like
they got their marching orders and
drink this. We'll send a 12-year-old in your room and pop a boob in your mouth or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, that's what Jeffrey Epstein did to a lot of these politicians.
I believe
they recorded these people and they're blackmailing to make them do what they want. Like, look at Judge Roberts. He's been black. He's got to be blackmailed the way he is.
He is black because of the blackmail.
He's just burnt.
it's racist.
So much blackmailing that he turned to a black male.
Black.
He's a black male now.
Weren't you white a couple days ago?
Oh,
Nope.
Shit.
You talking about? My name is Jerome. Jerome Roberts.
Been on the bench for 27 years.
We had to throw some more jokes in there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, that's all I got, guys. I don't have anything else on this.
I just
close it out and we'll move on to our episode B.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yes.
Sir.
And my last thing that I wrote this down is that important to me because
Wait, it's just final thoughts because you're jumping ahead of me here.
yeah, is this final thoughts?
Well, no, I got to say it's final thoughts. You can't remember this.
Well, go ahead, say it's final thoughts.
All right, well, we're going to go into our final segment's final thoughts.
Oh, is it final thoughts time?
Christ. Oh, that's the signal for it's final thoughts. Let's start off with Ben as usual so we can not mess up our place. Ben.
Again, folks, do your research. All right. Do not take social media and mainstream media as fact.
No.
Because they've proven over and over again that they are biased and they only
psychotic.
tell you, and they only tell you that much of the story.
Yeah. Are you done, Ben?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what I usually do this, but I'll give the number to the suicide prevention hotline, 800-273-8255. 800-273-8255. If you're feeling suicidal, call the number because I don't want you to go. I'm having fun doing this and I want you to continue watching my show. So don't hurt yourself. But my last thing here, my last thought is because where I live, I would pass the same houses that had Trump Pence signs in their yard. And so the whole time leading up to the election and days after, when we start fighting for what's right, because this is crazy, they're trying to steal this, I would see their signs still, but I'm like, continue the fight! and so now, but what I'm seeing is at this point, I mean, they were older people. I don't really know them, but I know they're old because I'd pass their house. They're all putting their signs away. Yep. I don't see any more Trump signs. I don't see
I see that a lot too. Yeah,
and I'm
everywhere.
like, I want to go. I want to kick in their door with a sawed-off shotgun and be like, get that sign back out in that yard.
Yup.
Right now.
Make it bigger.
Because it ain't over yet. And so that's all I had to say. If you took your sign down, you took your flag down or whatever, put it back up.
Put it back up.
Because Trump 2020.
He needs to know that we are there for him.
Yes.
Just
Yes,
as
sir.
he